Please feel free if there's anything you like to share. And because we haven't sat together, Marcus, it's very nice to see you and very nice to have you here with us. So if you like to share or if you like to have a conversation, just wave, then I know. Nothing needs to be done. And here we are, stepping into this field. Ava. Mm-hmm.
When I'm sitting with you, all my problems disappear. So funny how it works.
Mm-hmm. Same for me. When I'm sitting with you, all my problems disappear. So what actually happens? Huh? What actually happens?
Yeah, it's just the attention. I guess, I don't know, like there are like so many things going on. When I'm alone, I feel like all kinds of things that that trouble me, or that seems yeah.
It's beautiful how you started, you know, the sharing right here. You said, when I'm alone. And then, da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what our field provides. It provides a sense, the felt sense of not aloneness. Can we say that? Or
Yeah, connection.
connection. Yeah. Yeah. And everything just that seems very important when we feel alone is gone. It's actually very simple, isn't it? Yeah. The moment that sense of aloneness is gone, oh gosh, nothing much can happen. The moment aloneness comes, oh my God, sense of I, big time sense of I. Man, how do I get it right?
That is it. It is that sense of I. Yeah, that's the problem. Oh my
Yeah.
God. And it
But
comes when it seems to like the system seems to be alone or not connected.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Exactly. For
everything
all of
seems so
us.
serious. Oh,
Yes. Very serious.
yeah.
Yeah. It makes also sense, when it seems like that there is a separate entity, then everything else is kind of an enemy. Huh? It's it has to take care. It's like it's separate. It's like now it's a separate entity. Now, how does it survive as a separate entity?
Yeah, it actually, that's the funny thing, that's how it runs. And then it actually so much doesn't want to that it rather dies almost. So it's like this, oh my God, I wish
Mm.
that's not there
Mm.
anymore. So because then
Yeah.
it's just so uncomfortable that I rather die, but I don't know how to stop
How
it.
to die.
Yeah,
Yes,
and then exactly,
exactly.
or like, yeah, well, I can think of reasons how to die. Sometimes that's like then
Yeah.
actually very relaxing, because then at
Yeah.
least you don't
Yeah.
have to feel that terrible
Yeah.
sense of I anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's amazing, huh?
yeah,
Yeah. And then we come together by grace or by whatever puts us together into this field, and sense of connection, or even more knowing of connection, because even if it doesn't feel like that, then that knowing just comes more and more clear, and it starts breathing. Then it speaks so beautiful that it says,
hmm
all my problems disappear when I sit with you.
hmm
Yeah, makes sense, doesn't it?
yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Mm. It's a beautiful way of life of showing it. Yeah,
Yeah.
making it so terrible that and the other one so yeah, so good that you that you don't want to go back to feeling that
Yeah. I mean, when we come together like this, that separate I also disappears, doesn't it?
Yeah, immediately by itself.
Yeah. We still can speak and we call us by our names and all of it. But it's just, it's not in question, or it's not in the foreground. I find that always very amazing. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's so amazing how it's so direct. Like there's nothing to be solved anymore. Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes there are practical things to do somehow. And, you know, then we can share if, you know, we can kind of, how do I do this best? Or, you know, we can just ask for support or whatever it is. Sometimes, you know, but that's what communities there for in a way, isn't it? It's like, oh, I have this going on and I really don't know how to move from here. Can we sit with this together? Or, you know, and it's just a different sharing. It's just a different
Yeah.
life, actually. Different way of living. It's very clear that there is no separation. And then, so let's see, how do we deal with this, or with this, or with this? We know what our interest is, and how can we move from here?
Yeah.
Yeah, with everything, you know, if you want to build a house, or want to buy a new car, or whatever it is, you know, don't really know how to. I've never done this before. Does anybody know? Yeah.
I'm
But then when
having
it
already
gets,
for like 2 weeks a terrible cold and I want to get rid of it. That's the practical
yeah,
problem.
there you go. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Mm, of course. Yeah, you can feel, so there's some exhaustion. And then it's vulnerable. It's like, oh man, enough already. Oh, okay, come into our arms. Rest here with us. See, I mean, that is the thing when one also really lives alone, you know. Otherwise, if somebody's around, make you hot lemon with honey, or, you know, just these little things. No, we just have to speak that. I would love to make that for you.
Mm.
And it touches immediately, even just that. When it's sincere, huh? When it's, yeah, like stroke your cheek. Yeah, body, 2 weeks of having a cold. And then it starts rocking. Can you feel? And it just starts in, just a bit of sugar from all of us. You can see everyone is feeling it, feeling that just that bit of sweetness and giving it, giving and taking. Huh? Is that giving and receiving? We love that, don't we? It starts rocking. Maybe one day we will be able to live in communities again together. And, rest in each other's arms when it's necessary. Seems like we're still quite, a lot of us are on their own. Bodies don't like that, really. No. Yeah. And our society also doesn't really provide it. Huh? There's so many rules and but some communities do. So we're on our way. We're on our way. And even if it's having a meeting via internet. Huh? Yeah, you can see, when the body has to do with a virus or bacteria or whatever it is, it needs to rest. It can't, it can for a certain time, it can do other things, but actually, if possible, it needs time out. Going to bed, sweating it all out and having somebody who looks after you and brings you whatever you need, and then body comes out again. Yeah. And if you have to work at the same time and travel and look for a house to stay, and it's very exhausting. And I know you just traveled from Spain to Spain.
Yeah.
To Tenerife to Ireland.
Yeah, it comes and goes somehow. It's a really weird thing. So I thought I was better, or it just felt, also very emotionally. It was first physically, and then emotionally I felt terrible. But maybe that was also because I just needed to rest. I don't know. And then again, now this comes a lot of I don't recognize, the body doesn't recognize it needs to rest somehow. Only when I was so sick that I really couldn't do anything, then I was in bed, and it was actually quite relaxing, although I was very sick. Because then you can let go. I will take the advice, Rest. Yeah.
Yeah, as much as you can. Sometimes I think last time we spoke about that resting. Sometimes there is a force that doesn't let us rest. So, you go when it's possible to rest, you rest, and if not, then you move. You got to be very in tune with it all. Just see how to accommodate in a way. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lots of love.
Yes, thank you. Lots of love. And thanks for hosting, even though you're so exhausted.
Pleasure. It's like medicine.
Yeah, yes, we are. We are good medicine. Okay. Hey, Markus.
Hello, Meike.
Hi.
So you obviously remember me.
Of course. How many retreats have we spent together?
Yeah, we had, I think, 10 years ago a session in Vaudi also.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Of course, I remember you.
Yeah. It's getting calmer and quieter. What you just talked about with Eva really touched me, because I almost feel the same. Being in the Sangha or a group like this makes a big difference. So the thoughts, these problems that trouble me, like, are blown away.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a powerful field. I mean, every time we talk about it, because it is, and we kind of, exploring quite often, what is it actually? What happens? What happens?
Yeah.
It's like we're stepping. Yeah, what happens? What is it? What is it? What's the difference when we come together like this to the so-called normal setup?
Yeah, I think in one way it's like being part of a group, and then in a group like this, which has this very special interest and focus is of course a big difference, but even in a working community, it makes a difference.
Yes.
You know, I lost my job 2 weeks ago. It was not a very nice job, so I wasn't very sad about it, but the way the job was quit was very disrespectful and hurting. So this really troubled me for a while, you know, like thrown out, treated like a criminal. I even couldn't say goodbye to my employees. I was the general manager in this organization. Very painful, you know.
Yeah, very painful.
And this, I'm thinking about this being part of a community quite a lot since, in fact, I also have a Meike. My wife is Meike. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so we plan to leave this country.
Yeah.
We already think about it since a couple of months.
Yeah.
So I would have quit the job anyway, and we plan to go to Panama.
Oh wow.
So so the biggest challenge to me seems to be becoming part of the community or becoming part of any community there. And I also reflect the community I'm in right now. So the friends I have here in Munich, I mean, I know them already like 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
The quality of this friendship has deteriorated a lot since the last 2 years. So the Corona situation and the politics around it really ended a lot of these relationships. So there's not much left.
Yeah, quite amazing.
Yeah, quite. And that's really dramatic and amazing. And wow, yeah, it's like it feels like being in between these two worlds, like still living here. Now we sell our apartment here. So it's really serious, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm thinking so much about. How can I manage to get into a community again? And will it be possible?
Oh, you know, why not? Why not? Of course it's possible. I guess it's more, you know, when you're there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know already what you're going to do. And so, you know, you will find, I'm pretty sure you will find like-minded people just by following your own interest.
Yeah.
And I don't know how did Panama show up? I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
What's you know what you want to do there, or you're just going?
We are just going. Yeah, I know I will have to look or think about two aspects. First of all, getting into a community. I'm already trying to build up a network from here, which
see, there you go.
Very well. People are very interested in helping me, and
there you go.
Already had 2 Zoom calls with people. Very interesting.
How far out?
Yeah. And I'm in the privileged situation that I actually don't have to earn money for a long time.
Wonderful.
So I can, and I want to do something. I'm, you know, an active person. I can't stay at home all day long. So I will have to look for work, maybe do some charity work or help other people, or I'm open for everything. And
oh, wow.
And the positive aspect around is I don't have to earn a lot of money. If it's a little, it's okay.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So these are the practical aspects about it, but the inner aspect is most of all about security.
Yeah.
That's the basic.
Which is a joke, huh? I know you know that.
I know it, yeah, but the financial security, the social security, the fears are coming up. Will I be alone there? Will I sit in the corner and cry and call back to Germany and realize that was the biggest fault in my life to leave the country? Oh, this is going on in my head.
Yeah.
People are asking me, why do you leave? Of course, it's about the political system. I don't feel free anymore. I don't, it doesn't seem to me that I live in a democratic country. I'm not convinced that the economic business model of the country will work in future times.
No,
and I also don't know whether Panama is a safer or a more happy country.
I also don't know. I don't know much about Panama, so I'm pretty sure you explored a bit more. You know a bit about it.
Yeah, we read everything we could about it, and
yes,
in April. Actually, it is a very rational decision. And our favorite countries would be Italy or South Africa, the Western Cape area, but I think the world is so much in change, and
it is.
So many things are happening, and
you know, if Panama isn't the right place, then you go somewhere else.
Yeah. Costa Rica,
Yes.
And Belize, there are so many nice countries.
Oh, there's so many. Costa Rica, I have a friend there, so you might even know it from a long time ago. Well, anyway,
So, and if after 10 years maybe we decide we want to come back, then it's also okay. Yeah, it's not
absolutely
doesn't have to be forever. And it's a dream, like living in a tropic country, in a more free country, deciding every day, what do I want to do? Where does my interest lead me to? But there's so much old emotions are coming up. So my grandparents from father and mother side, they both were refugees in the Second World War. So I think in my genes there is a sort of refugee competence. So like the intuition to go to the right place and to leave the place at the right moment. So this is what my ancestors did.
Yeah.
But now sitting with you, I can see it's only about now and here. It's only about now and here. And the rest is like a cinema video in my head. It's not reality. The reality is here and now.
Oh, so beautiful to hear that. And it's also so beautiful, the whole sharing, you know.
This insight is getting deeper and deeper now. I have a lot of time. I stay in these satsang groups for maybe 10, 15 hours a week now. And this is such it's so great.
It's nothing more beautiful, actually, huh?
It's
yeah. And what a gift, you know, if you travel and live in Panama or wherever you live, you take that with you.
Yeah, with the online video Zoom satsangs at the beginning, it was a little strange for me. Now it's great. You stay in Australia, me maybe in Panama or wherever, and we come together.
Exactly. Yeah.
15 years ago, there was like the satsang season. You and Isa are coming to Munich for a month or two, and then
Yeah. And that once a year, or did we
and
do
then once a
twice a
year.
year? Yeah. Yeah, once a year a retreat there. Yeah, how times are changing, yeah?
Yeah.
It's quite amazing. All of a sudden that's over. It's also for me very interesting, not even knowing if I will ever go to Germany again. It's quite amazing because it's not attractive.
No, no.
No, does not sound attractive. And it's like, I don't know if I even want to visit. But it might change again, we don't know. There's just a big change going on in the whole world, in a way. It's a huge change. So we will see.
Dramatic change.
Yes.
Yeah, and nobody knows where it will lead us to.
Nope. No.
I mean, so the red line for me was the obligatory vaccination. So this probably will come in Germany, like in Austria, and this I won't accept.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I understand. I also wouldn't.
And I'm not willing to go on with these fake vaccinations. I mean, there are solutions, but in the long term, it won't work.
Yeah. To some of us, it just doesn't make sense. Huh?
Yeah.
Obviously, to lots of people, it makes sense, but I mean, to some of us, it doesn't make sense. So, and if we don't have the freedom to go with that, then we got to go somewhere else. If we can. If we can.
Yeah, thank you, Meike. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marcus. So nice to see you.
Yeah, also to me.
And when are you know already when you're leaving for Panama?
October, November, probably. October, November this year.
Wow.
So we'll take
wishing
a while.
you.
Yeah, we will see in the meantime.
Otherwise, wishing you and Meike wonderful travels and good landing wherever you go.
Thank you so much.
Would be nice to see you before.
Yeah, we will see you before. Thank you, Meike.
Okay. Teresha.
Moin, Meike.
Moin.
I like to meet you. Haven't met you for a long time.
Yeah, it's true. But somehow you're always with us. I feel
Wow,
you.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you too. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know, I'm healed. It was the wrong information that I still have cancer. I found this out. Yeah. So I'm very grateful and happy. So
gosh,
the
that's
operation
good.
was enough. Yeah.
Good news.
Yeah, but it brought me to more meditation and all this. So yeah, should have been something. Yeah.
Wow. Gosh, we are so lucky when we can take whatever comes our way as an opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. It's So wonderful to hear.
Mm. How are you?
Oh, also hanging in here. We've had here just recently a huge flood. So there's kind of it's devastating. So many people lost their houses and been in severe shock. So there's a lot of trauma assistance here right now because wow, it's just, and some people posting on Facebook right now what they experienced in that night when the water levels are all of a sudden raised for over 2 meters in the middle of the night. And you know, all the people said, no, you can stay in your houses, we'll see again in the morning. Nobody knew that it would raise so immediately, so quickly, so high. So people were sitting on their roofs with their children, waiting all night long, screaming for help. It's so we're dealing with that here. It's really, really devastating. So it's slowly, it's lifting a bit that shock, but it's still there. It's
So
really, really heavy.
Yeah, the Finnish people are also dealing with their history because they were Russian long time also, and now they discuss to go into NATO, and so it's dangerous.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yes. Yeah. So you're dealing with war stories. We're dealing with nature stories. Yeah. It's like we just spoke. Yeah. We just spoke before. It's drastic, dramatic times.
So I'm also so grateful to hang out with you and Isaac. Wow, what a support! Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our beautiful field. Huh?
Mm.
Yes.
Mm. It's for me. It's practicing to be the rock in this Somali. Something so lovely, and to give it to others if possible. The root chakra. You just remembered me. Hmm.
Mm.
It's like yesterday we saw with documentation of the war here, Russia, Finland.
Mm.
Amazing. So it's then I really can understand my parents much more.
Mm.
What it means to be in it. Was 19 years.
Yeah.
So I just felt that old excitement is going something
Yeah.
interesting.
Mm. Mm.
I let it flow through.
Mm. Maria.
Hi, Meike.
Hi. What a deep conversation.
The words hanging. They can't speak out.
They don't have to.
And it feels like the whole daily life is included with all his shit, it's shit.
Oh.
Doesn't matter, it's so okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's so very lucky, yeah? When it just can be the way it is. It's anyway changing every moment.
Sure. There's the thought that the Austrian makes this vaccination law, and it's changing all the time, and the Austrian really good in this. They make a law with my partner told it they build a car without the motor. It's on the car, but they couldn't drive it. So they stopped it for this moment, and it was really interesting to watch what it's making with me, and at least it doesn't matter. It doesn't disturb anything.
Wonderful.
And also I'm untersuchen. I'm experiencing and look for it. What is this? What we are doing here?
Yeah.
And seeing it happens, and when we speak, it looks and hears like it. This is the only one that function. But maybe it's there was a decision is happening, and for this systems we are here. It's the only one. Looks like the only one. It happens then at its function. But I'm not sure how my computer needs something.
Okay. Just
Still here for a few
Yeah.
minutes, and then I go and I have to do something.
okay. Yeah. I can see also, how whatever's going on in the world, how every system just has a different way of going with it. quite amazing to see. So, as you know, as individuals, we get so quickly very righteous. Huh? It's like, yes, no, like this, not like this. Or it's just, but to see, you know, this is how my personal system deals with certain things, and a different system deals with it differently. Just following what we have to follow. So there's, as far as I can see, there is no right or wrong way to deal with anything. You can just somehow, if you're lucky, you can follow what your system needs to do. Yeah. At least that's how it looks from here. Anything else kind of goes into war. It's right and wrong, and yeah, if you don't do it the way I want it, I shoot you. Yeah. Or I do something to you. Strange life, huh? Especially since our systems, most of our systems, so used to biting into that apple. Oh, wow, if there's never been a scene through it, wow, what a disaster.
There's no change. No chance to make it other.
Yeah. No chance of coming to peace or to rest. And nobody can tell anybody. That's the other thing. You can try. Does not work. Just creates more friction, even more. Thank you for receiving this. I can just feel it does touches something very, very sweet, having this exchange.
Yes, I feel seen, and yes, there's something that makes beautiful in me.
Yeah, here too, same here. Of course, you know, it always has to do same here than there, doesn't it? Otherwise, it's not a meeting. Otherwise, it doesn't meet. Yeah.
Thank you, Meike.
Thank you, Maria. Judith.
Hi, Meike.
Hi.
Oh, Meike, I lost you
Oh.
because the Maria is not muted.
Oh.
Yeah, but you are back. You are back.
Okay, I'm back. That was easy. Yeah. Mosquito. I have to take action.
Poor little mosquito. There it went.
Yeah, it survived. It
It
survived.
survived.
I didn't get it.
Mm.
did something sweeter, that mosquito, to our connection.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mosi.
Yeah.
Ah, I just love
It's
it.
amazing what I feel that um, um, I sit in being, and the moment that I need you, then somehow the system gets a little shock.
Yeah.
And it is over and over again that I see that movement happening. And then it needs to digest again to that little shock that comes. So then it is a little bit back, and then it had to find again that connection somehow.
So see if you can slow that down.
Yeah, that's interesting. What is happening?
Yeah.
That first moment. This that first moment. Something.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. How it looks from here is, you know, whatever it is, you, me, or I really don't know with these fine vibrations. It's as if something so longs for connection, real intimacy, but at the same time, it's terrified.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, when it's right there, so, oh, no way. Yes. But it's so it needs to go very slowly.
And I don't know why it is like that. I have no clue. It's just seeing it, that it happens over and over. And the moment before, I just feel really here and being. And at the moment it comes, then
Yeah. It's
and
definitely
it is fine also.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's very fine. That's also not so easy to track it, really. It's like pre-verbal. My senses.
Yeah.
Very, very and a beautiful invitation that you ask to slow it down and see.
So if it's possible, so that it doesn't get that shock every time, because it's like a shock. Actually, it's terrifying.
It's like it is a shock. That's and then suddenly I'm just totally disoriented, or the personality comes in, or it gets a whole things around it. Huh?
It's beautiful. Yeah, I love how you speak it.
Yeah, because the shock goes to immediately. There's a kind of separation again.
Yes,
it's like so, and then sense of I comes in. And it's actually very nice now to mention it clearly, because it gives the possibility to be curious about what is actually going on there. Because it's faster than light, how it works.
Yeah, it is.
now I do have again a little bit sense of separation. I don't know if you feel it. Yeah.
Too. Yeah. But what I also feel is that it doesn't actually really disturb the real connection.
Connection. Yeah.
Yeah. It's, you know, even though it does these movements, it allows something else allows us to witness all of this.
Yes, that's true.
Which is amazing. So it doesn't make itself personal here. It doesn't go into it doesn't go into that. It doesn't interrupt itself. The flow is still there.
Yeah.
The presence is still there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
and
beautiful.
that's all
Eh?
it
That's
longs
touch.
for. Yes. That's all it wants. Like, even if it does that, we're still together.
Yeah, that brings tears to my eyes. Get water.
Yeah, and here's a yumminess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fine, those movements, eh? Wow.
Oh,
so tiny and little. Yeah.
Fine. We are such fine beings, actually. We're so fine.
Yeah.
So incredibly fine. We know everything. We can tune everywhere. It's wow. This human conditioning is so small. It's just man, it's tight.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh man.
Amazing.
Oh gosh. When we come to this, it's like, wow.
I like to bring in also another aspect here in this, but the terror, I think. That is what I also notice when I want to sleep next to Maarten. Normally we have also separate rooms because my sleep is quite something. And when I do, I actually also start to feel that the system stays very alert. And it is as if it implode in a sense in itself. So it's, and that also goes faster than light. It can't come into a sense of satisfaction, of connection or laying together. Yeah, it also seems to. So probably there's that same mechanism, like a strong alertness and a sense of pre-verbal, because I don't feel in that moment that there is terror. I can't name it as terror, I can't trace it as fear, but I just see that
that's what it does.
That's what it does. Moves more.
And when it sleeps
alone, then
in a different room, then it's better.
Yeah.
Mm.
Then it can better let go.
So, yeah. So good to know those things, and to honor.
Yeah, and it makes and it gives also sadness, because I would love that I could sleep in together, and it is also doing something for Maarten.
Yeah, but you know, yeah,
And
I do
there I feel
understand.
also guilty.
Yeah, see, that's where it
That's
goes.
the other loop of it.
That's the interesting thing in a way, when there is an idea of how it should be, rather than how it is best for a system. You know, it's like that's just
That's
the way
also
it
quite
is.
a longing, you know. And then I think as a dog with puppies, and they are all sleeping together in one nest, and you know, like just that cuddling, and it seems so, it seems not possible.
Yeah, but there have been times when it was possible.
It never has had this deep sense of relaxation for me.
Oh, okay.
So then I
never
always
was
feel
like
that I sleep. It takes very long time before I sleep in, and Maarten is a snorer. So then I wake up from the snoring, or I can't fall asleep because he's snoring. So there's always something going on, actually, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, see, for me it's different. I find there's nothing wrong with sleeping in my own bed.
Exactly. That's actually also what I love, and not. I really love it, actually.
Nothing wrong hanging out together whenever it is possible with whoever is there, and finally learning and listening to what this system actually really needs, without blaming inwards or outwards. That's actually, you know, my personal life, the biggest gift ever. That it stops making itself wrong for stupid ideas of how it should be or could be, rather than, wow, here's a system that really likes this, and if it can have it, I mean, you know, it can sleep or do certain things, but if it has its own way, if it can have its own way, oh wow, giving it to itself, it's kind of finally looking after this thing here, rather than having any ideas of how it should be. That's wow. Again, in my personal life, that's the biggest gift ever. Finally coming out of these, having ideas how it should be or could be or stuff like that.
This what makes it a little bit more complicated for me is that I feel that somehow it gives a touch in Maarten.
Yes,
and,
of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And it's an opportunity for him to see where his system has ideas of how it should be and how it could be.
Yeah, that's actually a good one. Yeah.
It's the same. It's like there's an amazing connection between you guys, between the two of you.
Yeah.
And how can you honor how these systems have wired themselves in a way that you don't blame each other and not yourself? Yeah. There's nothing wrong with you, and also nothing wrong with him.
Yes.
Just how life grew you in a way. That's what life did, you know. And holding hands in that, through that, man, that's, for me personally, again, that's the biggest. That's, whoa. If someone can still hold my hand with all the twisted things in this system, and I tell you, there are tons.
Yeah, here too. No, yeah,
every system, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel again a little bit standing to a wall in our relating. And Maarten also, he's also not so happy.
Yeah.
So we have not an easy point again at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's not so easy not to blame myself.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
happening.
That's the opportunity, Judith. That's the gift. No blame outwards, no blame inwards. Just this is how it is, and wow, sweetest thing here. Sweetest thing. This is how you're wired, and something takes care about this. Yeah. It likes hearing that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with you, ever. Never, ever.
Yeah,
As far as I can see.
The last weeks I come over and over in that loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, tell us about it. We all know that. We all know that loop. It sneaks in through the back door and
oh man.
yeah.
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 Yeah, and especially also when I see that's not only through our relating, but he's just not happy and a bit depressed, and
yeah,
and then try to find him, and it's not easy, and and then blaming myself comes in quicker.
Yeah. Good to see that.
Good to see, yeah, just good to see.
Good to see, yes. Good to see, and also there, no making wrong if possible.
No.
Just
No,
good to see.
just yeah.
Just your beautiful arm around that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see there's only sweet intention coming. Only sweet intention. You want him to be happy and yourself too. That's all you ever want. Yeah. Just being at ease with each other and honoring the connection that's there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is the honoring. This is so beautiful. Man, and it's a journey, huh? I know, Judith. I know. You know that I know.
I know, Meike. I know.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
She's such a sadness. Yeah.
So welcome. So welcome here, the sadness. And there you can see even sadness when it just can be here, it changes. Yeah. It changes. And then there might
it
come
can
another
just
layer.
wash through it. So
yeah, just wash through.
Yeah.
All those ideas that we have about how to be in relation to anything, actually, to anything.
Yeah.
Rather than looking how it really is. And okay, going with the flow, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The beauty is how you speak about is that you really take in space for your truth and that it is okay. And and I see that I start to blame or make myself wrong. That's the difference.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well,
And
I
really-
really actually know that this is better for me to have my own place where I can sleep.
Absolutely, and that might change again. That's the
we
funny
don't
thing,
know.
you know.
Yeah.
It's like the same when sadness comes and sadness is allowed to be there.
Yeah.
It flows through, and look, now it's different again.
Yeah.
So when it's allowed to just take the space that it needs, you have no clue what's next. You have no clue. It's like a child that comes all of a sudden standing, and it does not know that it will walk. It does not know that yet. It's only when it does it. So we have no clue what's next, ever. It's just that honoring, whatever is here right now, honoring, and then seeing what's next.
That's really fully taking in the space, and diminish your space, but just fully taking in that space.
Like, oh, wow, the luxury even of having your own bed, your own room. Oh my,
exactly.
you know, like,
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so there you go. You love it. I mean, just imagine you are somewhere in the woods where you have one hut and 10 people have to sleep in one room. 5 of them are snoring, or, you know, like whatever. And you can't find rest. It's wow. So going with that rather than, oh man, it should be different.
It's good to see how quickly that should be different comes in then, automatically.
Automatically. Nothing wrong with, not with Martin and not with you. It's just, gosh, the grace when you can walk all of that hand in hand. That is such a grace without blaming each other too much. But even tolerating the blame. Knowing the sweet intention underneath, because you wish each other well. That's so clear. So clear. To be continued.
To be continued. Thank you for the beautiful journey.
And
really,
you. Thank you.
Very helpful.
Thank you, Judith. Marina.
Hi, Meike.
Hello.
Get you on speaker. I don't know if I have anything to say, but I have a lot to say, but nothing to say. So. Yeah.
Still, I just see and feel a lot of cuteness.
Cuteness.
Cuteness, yeah. When you speak those words, like it's so cute.
Spent all day with friends today and felt so nurturing for this nervous system. So being on and up, under, outside under trees, and yeah.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah. I've noticed this sort of little protective wall that comes up.
How beautiful.
And then there's judgment about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, I have the mosquito around me again, so excuse me if I act a little strange. I can hear him. So yeah. That's, yeah, exactly. Zzz. And then it stops, Then you want to see
Yeah,
that.
wonder where it is. Yeah.
But it's just so beautiful that that is noticed. What you just shared, little protective whatever, and then there comes a judgment. That's how it works. Yeah.
Judgment and a resistance to it.
Yes, exactly.
But not one.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Good that that can't disturb our connection. Never ever can that disturb the flow.
That it touches.
Mm. Missed.
Oh. My son shared with me recently that he's had depression and anxiety. He's gone into a new business and it's struggling. And the day he told me that, I was a mess all day. You know, it's like merging into feelings, but he's also asked me not to discuss it. He doesn't want to talk about it with myself or his dad and stepmom. And I totally understand that. He's 32. And there's a wanting to, you know, there's like wanting to do something. And yeah. And guilt comes up around, you know, it's my fault.
Yeah. So what would support him the most?
Just loving him.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I've sent him some little messages and this weekend, you know, he wants to see me.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's not like he doesn't want to see me, he just doesn't want to get into the discussion of it.
Oh, I can understand that.
Yeah.
It's maybe even very smart.
Yes. Yeah. So I'll too easy here to go into mother mode and try and fix it and tell him what he should do.
Exactly.
Go see blah blah blah.
Yep. And you know, that's always when children run, huh? It's like, whoa, but what, you open your arms and, oh, my beautiful son. Oh, you know, whatever. I don't know, but oh, gosh, I love you. I wish I could do something, but yeah. I might try to do something, but anyway, actually what I'm saying is that I love you and I'm here. And you will have your own expression for that. Yeah. I mean, it's the same here with us, huh? When the moment we start changing and fixing each other, oh man. But holding hands with just whatever is going on, oh.
Then it's funny because that night, you know, because I wasn't there for them when they were, and he, you know, well, they both suffered for that. But the other night, I felt like it was like his 10-year-old self just came to cuddle me. You know, it just like energetically just felt like I just needed to hold his, I don't know, he's, you know, about that age. Yeah, that felt sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Exactly.
Just watching that guilt pattern of oh no, it's because I wasn't there and because his stepmom was hard on him and because, but you know, it's my fault. And
if it's possible to not believe in that, that's the opportunity. I mean, that's what I see. That's the opportunity, not to bite into it. You did what you had to do. You always do what you have to do. And can you put your arm around that one that has to do what she has to do? Whatever, whatsoever. Can the bigger you be there and put her arm around the Marina that has to do exactly what she has to do? Can you have her back? Gosh, I'm just imagining that. Makes my heart go bigger. Yeah, like when you do that with a 10-year-old, it's like, everything started radiating. I mean, the funny thing is, there are all those ideas of how it should be, huh? But it is actually always different than how it should be. And who says that that is not the right way of being? Huh? Who says? Who says that it should have been different? That it should have been different even?
Yeah.
Obviously, it should have, it's had to be exactly the way that it was. Yeah.
And it sounds weird, but at the time I really didn't even, or wasn't even really aware how incredibly important I was to them.
Yeah, I get it.
Sounds weird, but that's how it was then.
Yeah.
And I can look back now and some of the things they share, and it's like it was huge that I wasn't there,
Yes, but something is always huge, Marina. There's always, I tell you, I grew up with my parents, and God bless them, and yeah, and I don't know. I mean, maybe it would have been better if I would have grown up somewhere else. I don't know. I really don't know. But obviously it had to be like this. Obviously it had to be like this. Yeah. So who can say that you made a mistake, or my parents made a mistake, or I made a mistake? Who can say? All you know is that, I mean, that's at least how it seems to me, that there is a most beautiful intention coming through you, and in wanting it to be beautiful for everyone around you, for your children to be happy, for your grandchildren to grow up in the most beautiful way, for your friends to be happy, for the world to be at peace. That's what I sense when I'm with you. That's what you want. If anything. Yeah. So just go with that. And then letting life do its thing. Letting life, existence, whatever we want to call that, just do its thing through us. It's like, we have no clue what it will do, how it will look like. We don't know. Sometimes we have to leave our children and do something else in between, and then we meet again and we see from there. It's obvious. Otherwise it would be different.
I remember this feeling of being really trapped, both when I was married, but even as a single mum. And I never understood it until, until the work I've done, realized, okay, that's my story when I was a child, or, a lot physically and in a way, but also it's definitely other emotionally. Or
Yeah.
yeah.
And look how you're moving now through life. At least to me, very obvious since I've known you. How much has changed.
Mm.
Yeah, in the most beautiful way. You're coming so alive and showing up. It's true, or isn't it? I mean, that's how it looks to me.
Yeah. I think there's times where I sort of feel like I don't deserve to really live life to the full, you know, and then I have little moments where it's like, oh, so yummy, you know, but then I can see, you know, the system will go back to its little safe, boring niche.
But you can see
You know,
it. Yeah, and you laugh
so-
about it even. Yeah. And that's another opportunity for us to not believe anything. The moment it makes us small, it's time to throw it overboard. Whatever it is that makes us small. Like it's not healthy.
No.
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 Yeah.
Excuse me.
No, sounds like a beautiful release. I like that we can burp in each other's presence.
Yeah. Let's celebrate. Yeah. Mm. Thank you so much.
And blessings to your son. Oh man, this anxiety is shit. Sorry, but oh man, blessings. And
Yeah.
love. Yeah.
Yeah.
And to you, being his beautiful mama.
Okay.
Mm.
Thanks.
Mm. Mm. Thank you all. Love, 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 and more love. Ciao. Ciao.
Sana, 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 sana.